Just for the record, on the subject of ecosystems and closed ecosystems, then I would say that there are two types of ecosystems that I am for about a week now. I think that I really want to actually develop, of course, with the nanobots, with the microbots, with the robots. I need to find the correct way to do it. Like, so one is, and of course, it's not like urgent, and in any case, it takes like at least weeks, if not months, and maybe even years to actually develop like very interesting ecosystems and to see, all the potential. But there's certainly two types that I wanted to add to my to my collection, to my slowly growing collection. And first is a water ecosystem, like aquarium, with like fresh water and all sorts of like plants. It's something that is really missing for certain, and this is kind of like a classic ecosystem. So, and this should not be very difficult to actually start. I just didn't find like a big container, like lucid big container. Shouldn't be very difficult, even just a jar, like empty like water. But I rather not do it with plastics, but maybe glass. So I need to think about like something made of glass. But it's not very difficult. I just need to like the correct starting, like the seeding material, which would be like fresh water and like algae and like freshwater algae or plants like that could survive in such systems. The issue is to find something that will survive for some time. As you know, this is not a very wet country, Israel, so it's not that we don't have many ponds here. But I'm still under arrest, and I can't really get out. It's very annoying, but I don't have any way. I wish I could, but I didn't get any real privilege, easing of the arrest conditions in the last hearing, which is very upsetting. Because I'm still under arrest and I still cannot get out, and it's very, very upsetting. I need wherever I go, I need someone to escort me, and I don't have anyone to escort me. So practically I'm under arrest and I can't get out, which is very upsetting. But could maybe if I could get out, I could have taken water from maybe even a little bit of water from artificial ponds, like the ones that you have in Rishon LeZion and in Tel Aviv, maybe even the Yarkon or waters could be good enough. The Yarkon River is famously it's kind of polluted, but actually it's got much better in the recent years, so it shouldn't be very dangerous at all to actually take water from the Yarkon River and to put it in a big jar. But I need to be I'm still under arrest. It's a big problem. But yeah, things maybe artificial pond like the Rishon LeZion and other cities, or even better water from the Yarkon River with local plants, and of course a hefty amount of Nero juice, and of course the water itself should contain all sorts of life forms, and this should be very interesting. And the second type that I want is actually this should be actually found very near the Yarkon River, and this is saltwater aquarium, with water straight from the sea, from the Mediterranean, and algae taken from the sea, and maybe even little fish. I don't know. You can actually get. There are tons of very small, very very small fish in the Mediterranean, in the coasts. So you can just. If you're lucky, or you know where to get them, you can just. You have the correct jar. You can just take a big amount, a hefty amount of water, salt water with small fish, and of course add the big amount of Neros and see what's happening. It should be the interaction both with the salt. I mean, I don't think that they should have any problem like to live in salt water. My assumption is that they live great like both in salt water and fresh water. And I mean, but yes, of course we need to actually verify that. But also, I mean, the interaction with the sea algae and also the little fish could be extremely interesting. I mean, like I mean, you know that the Simpsons. I think that the Simpsons of Futurama, they have this mascot of the fish with the 3 eyes. Maybe the Simpsons was related to the nuclear power plant. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I think about things like that. Like I mean, it should be very interesting. Both are not difficult to actually start, but I just need to be able to get out of here, and I don't have this ability, and this is very annoying. But who knows? Maybe in the future, I mean, I will be rescued from this Nazi prison.